Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me for today's class. So today is more of a good morning or good evening mellow flow. You don't need anything at all. And right away we'll start in the downward facing dog. If the downward dog right away doesn't feel good for you, you can take a child's pose or stay in a seated position. And then once you arrive here, just keep a soft bend into the knees, pike your sitting bones back behind you. Just find a nice long spine right away. Almost having a slight tilt of the pelvis, like a cow arch, but not quite a cow arch, so don't go too crazy. Ribs and belly are switched on, squeezing the inner thighs together. Remembering that we are finding that nice length along the spine over the hamstring in your downward dog. So if you need to, you can lift your heels off a little bit higher and then bend a lot more into the knees. Squeezing the two forearms together, finding a little bit more activation. Soft breath, inhaling through the nose, steady and soft to exhale through the nose. And as you inhale, ground into the inner palms, we'll roll it forward. Find a overarched plank pose. Exhale, bend into the knees, wave it back, downward facing dog. Two more like that as you inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, wave it back. This time as you inhale, roll forwards. Exhale, drop the knees, the chest between the hands, squeeze the elbows in, drop the chin down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, sweep forward, find your low back bend, your cobra. Press your heart forward, squeeze the elbows in. Exhale, use your belly, tuck the toes under, lift it up, downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, pivot the toes towards the right. Ground into that left foot. Keep that right heel lifted. Knees are bent as you spiral the right ribs open towards the ceiling. Sticking the bottom back behind you. Maybe tent onto the right fingertips. Maybe the head can go underneath that right armpit. Taking a full breath in. Exhale, switch your shoe to the other side. Grounding into the right. Lift your left heel up. Can you roll your left ribs open to the ceiling a little bit more? And then come back to center, lift your heels high. And then as you exhale, release. Inhale, roll forward, find your plank pose. Exhale, wave it back. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, wave it back. So again, this time as you inhale, roll forwards. Exhale, lower your knees, chest, chin. Inhale, sweep forward, find your baby back bend. Send the chest forward, use the strength of the spine. Exhale, use your belly to lift it up, downward facing dog. This time as you inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, pivot the toes to the left. Bend a lot into the knees, ground into the feet, tent onto the left fingertips. Now you can stay here or you can begin to sink your sitting bone towards the heels, keeping the left rib spiraled open. Shift the gaze over the right hand. Keep pressing through the right hand. Inhale to lift. Exhale, tree side plank. Lift your left knee up towards the ceiling. This right foot is grounded as I pike my hips up a little bit higher. So instead of finding a nice long straight line as you would in, say, a strength class for a side plank, this is more finding a flexibility sideways but still strengthening into the shoulder and into the core. Think about bringing the left knee up towards the ceiling, or you can find a tree pose, bringing the shoulder towards the foot. Or if it's in you today, you can extend the leg to the ceiling for side plank, extended side plank. Wherever you are, shift the gaze towards the front. Nice and slow, take a big step forward with your left foot. Widen the stance, adjust your base. Slightly creep your right fingertips forwards off the shoulder, and then take a twist towards the left. Keeping the left hand onto the lower back, or you can reach it high to the ceiling. Can you pull your left hip back as your right hip goes up? Take a full breath in. Exhale, maybe spiral the chest open a little bit more. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, drop your right knee down. Let's take it baby exalted. Left hand down your left thigh. Reach your right arm up and over. Expand into the waist. You can always drop back and then grab hold of the ankle if it's in your range of motion, or just place it onto the lower back. Inhale, come back towards center, arms towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, turn towards the right, swing your right foot behind you, and you can adjust your base, come into a baby warrior 2. Reach your arms front and back of the mat. Left knee in line with the toes. Try not to go over the toes, it's roughly on top of the ankle for now. Wrapping this left glute in underneath. Left forearm on top of the thigh, right arm reaches up and over, baby extended side angle. Take a full breath in, exhale, release your hands towards the front of the mat, turn the right toes behind you, and then we'll come into a pigeon. Drop your left shin down, staying nice and tall. If it feels good, you can begin to take a forward fold. Always searching for some gentle movements in a pose before you arrive there can always help. And then come all the way up. And let's just step it back, downward dog. As you inhale, roll forward, find your overarch plank pose. Exhale, wave it back, downward dog. 2 more like that as you inhale, roll forward. Exhale, back. So this time as you inhale, roll forward. Exhale, lower your knees, chest, chin. Inhale, sweep forward, find your baby back bend, engage into the back body. Exhale, belly engages, lift it up, downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your heels high. And as you exhale, pivot the toes to the right. Ground a lot into the feet. Spiral the right ribs open to the ceiling. You can stay here, tense onto the right fingertips, or we'll sink it into a tiny little ball. Keeping the right fingertips grounded just to support you. Maybe shift the gaze towards that left hand. Thinking about rolling the hip on top of the hip. Action off, you might not get there, and that's okay. Pressing through that left hand, let's come into a side plank, overarched. Right knee lifts up towards the ceiling. You can keep the right fingertips grounded to help support you today. That's always an option. You can place your right foot onto the left inner thigh. That's always a nice one. Or if it's in your range of motion today, you can hook the big toe, come for an extended side plank. When you come to an extended side plank, if you're trying that, try not to roll the hip open, right? So just be mindful of that, be honest. Shift the gaze out in front of you, nice and easy. With control, step your right foot forward. We'll drop the left knee down. Taking a twist, sorry. So keep that left knee lifted. Reach your right arm up. Careful not to swing your right arm back behind you, right? Keep shoulder on top of shoulder. And then see if you can keep the hips roughly squared towards the front of the mat. Now we'll drop the left knee down, take your baby exalted. Right hand onto the lower back, to the thigh, or you can grab hold of the ankles, totally up to you. Twisting through the belly, can you lift up and out of your side waist? Breathe. Come through center, baby lunge, reach the arms high. Exhale, turn towards the left, swing your left foot behind you. Baby warrior 2, you can adjust your stance. Wrap your right outer glute in, or glute. Taking a full breath in, and as you exhale, baby, extended side angle. Forearm on top of the thigh, left arm reaches up and over. Shift the gaze towards the front, swing your left foot behind you, we'll scoot your right foot towards the left, coming into that pigeon pose. And taking a deep inhale, maybe stay tall. And again, if it feels nice, you can begin to fold forwards. Wiggling into the hips a little bit more, just to release that extra tension. It's always a nice one. This time around, we'll lift all the way up, and all we're going to do is just lean a lot into that right outer hip, and then swing the legs forwards, peeling the toes to the face. Taking a full breath in, exhale, fold forwards. And then just forget about whether you can grab the feet or not. Just find a nice stretch along the hamstring. Protect yourself, engage into the quads. And then if it happens to, you can touch your toes, then you can touch your toes. But at this point, it's not going to change your life if you can touch the toes. But it's going to change your life if you can breathe. especially if you feel a bit uncomfortable. You know the difference between feeling uncomfortable and pain now. And lifting all the way up. Let's come to lie down. Hug the knees in, rock side to side. Taking a deep inhale, exhale, send the knees to the left, turn the head towards the right. We'll take a spinal twist. Inhale, come through center. Exhale to the other side. And come back to center. Hug the knees in, gently rock forwards and backwards. Nice massage. Use momentum here. It's not every day you hear me say that, right? Rock forwards and back. Lift it up, seated position. Close down the eyes. Maybe roll around into the neck, the shoulders. Allow yourself to be soft, to be flowy. To appreciate the moment and the gift of movement. Always being proud of yourself for showing up. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out, release. Bring the hands together and bow the head forwards. Showing love and gratitude to yourself and to this practice. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in the next class. Namaste.